how he's looking official. He didn't tell you to start yet, though.
Here's my gun.
Nice and loud, Isaac.
The Triangle Shirtwaist Factory, a very tragic thing that happened in New York City, really, realizing that working conditions and safety conditions were horrible and that labor laws were also bad. In the early 1900s, factory work was very hard and very unsafe in New York City. Workers might work 12 to 18 hours a day, 6 days a week, to earn only $1. Many children began working before the age of 7, tending machines, spinning mills, or hauling heavy loads. Factories are mostly moist, damp, and dirty. Working children and teenagers had no time to play or go to school, and little time to rest. The Triangle Shirtwaist Factory was a garment factory that made shirtwaists, which were long sleeve, buttoned down, and a ribbon at the waist. Triangle Shirtwaist Factory workers, mostly Jewish and Italian young women, had one day off per week, Sunday. Working conditions at the factory were awful. Max Blank locked the only other exit door in the building. The owners, Max Blank and Isaac Harris, never cared about the workers or their safety. The owners didn't even know how many workers there were or how much they were getting paid. The workers only had a 30-minute lunch break with no other breaks until they went home.
We are equal to men. Labor conditions. Less hour, more pay. Better pay.
In 1909, 20,000 women went on strike for better working conditions and safety laws. The strike was called the Uprising of the 20,000. It was revolutionary because it was the first strike led by women. The women went on strike for about 11 weeks. Max Planck and Isaac Harris and other shirtwaist owners were tired of hearing and seeing the women go on strike in the streets. So Max and Isaac decided to call the police so the women could be arrested and so they would stop the strike. When the police came, they started arresting the women and it didn't stop. And some of the men, so the strike would go on. They also tried stopping the strike, but it didn't stop. The women from wanting better working conditions and safety laws, so the strike went on. The women also wanted to create union with real power when the strike was beginning to end.
Get in the car and tell those other women to stop the strike. You've caused 50,000 other shirtwaist workers in Philadelphia to go on strike as well.
Stop the strike unless we get better working conditions.
We need rights, better working conditions.
The garment workers in New York were rehired. Many got higher wages and fewer working hours, except for the union. Sadly, when the strike ended, the women at the Triangle Shirtwaist Company didn't get any of the benefits they wanted until when they went on strike. The Triangle Shirtwaist owners decided not to unlock the door and refused to replace any of the fire escapes. So Max Blank and Isaac Harris said that the women could have higher wages and less working hours, but no union. The women refused and went on strike again. But 40 of the 70 most vulnerable workers gave in to the boss's commands so they could feed their families.
The needle went through my finger. Hurry, put a piece of cotton on it before the foreman comes.
Why do we need to hurry?
Well, if the foreman sees that we're not working, he'll get mad.
Okay, right.
Now back to it before the foreman comes. What is that? It looks like smoke.
No, it's steam from other factories.
Fire!
The doors are locked and the elevators are overflowing. What should we do?
This fire was caused by a falling cigarette butt. We would have been able to get out, but the doors were locked and there are only a business buckets of fire for emergencies. Some girls held hands to the front and jumped out the window. Others would push others over near or into the fire to get to the elevator or to dodge flames. The fire escape had melted and the floor was covered in oil from the machines and foremost pieces of cloth.
April
April 5th, 1911, New Yorkers from all walks of life have come to tribute to see the unidentified victims from the Triangle Fire. 53 had jumped out the window, 9 fell down the elevator shaft, more than 20 tumbled off the fire escape, and at least 15 burned to death on the factory floor. All of the 23 were women. Nearly half of them were teenagers. One jumper had miraculously survived and lay near death in San Francisco hospital. The morning, the bodies of medical notification. Each under white cloth, colored up for view. People were invited to come in and try to identify family or relatives, or friends. And yeah, stop there.
Okay. So then let's just pretend you've gotten all the way to the end. When you finish your script, then you come out. And then if you would do me the favor of
All right, so I'm just going to ask you guys a couple questions.